And there's the Wisp. Wisp, a really popular hero in 7.20. So
yeah, he's been super popular.
There.
Okay, so going out on the very first spot here. We've been seeing Wisp Gyrocopter. You've been talking about teams also playing Wisp, just kind of with whatever.
Wisp with whatever. Gyrocopter is a very popular choice.
Yeah.
Have to mention, of course, that OG are missing their general Wisp player, the Jerax, but No-Tail is more
they've still got No-Tail there,
Absolutely.
of course.
Yeah.
So he's no slouch when it comes to that Wisp either. The Drow Ranger band is actually a little bit interesting, right? This hero has changed significantly. Not really so much about the aura anymore. I feel like people have mostly been playing sort of for the new ultimate, that kind of thing. We were wondering if this Lich was going to get banned out. We haven't really seen it so far this event. We were watching some of the group stage games yesterday. Our first series up here on the main stage today wasn't really getting picked or banned, but OG going to be prioritizing that a little bit more here as well.
Lone Druid, a hero we have seen a lot of though. That's been taken out. And Anti-Mage, a hero that OG really like to play, that's been banned.
Oh, but the Magnus makes it through. Yeah.
So OG have played Mag 4 times in this patch, and they've won all 4 games so far. So it's a pretty good sign to start off things.
Yeah, and MGB even banning out the Keeper of the Light. I mean, I feel like that's something else that we haven't really seen a whole lot of. Did get changed. I think he even got nerfed in the recent sub-patch.
Haven't seen it in this tournament, but it's been quite prominent in the European scene.
And PA also making it through. There you go.
I reckon they picked that PA to block OG from picking it. That Mag PA combo is just on another level.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very good pick by MGB there. Pick the PA themselves, take it out of the game, make sure that OG doesn't get that combo off.
Yeah, for sure. There's still plenty of other Magnus heroes potentially here, right? We could see.
Well, Anti-Mage has been banned. That's the other prominent one.
Yeah, we've been seeing, I think people have been playing a little bit of Jug, but Jug versus PA with the new Blur is
it might not
a
be
very fun matchup. You can just break Omnislash at any time with Blur,
yeah,
which is very disheartening for Jug.
There's the Oracle. So Oracle, they've also got a 100% win rate with so far. So Mag plus Oracle, it's got to be a win,
yeah,
right?
it's got to, well, there you go. Are you feeling a little bit more nervous about your MGB?
I am now, yes. No, I'm sure MGB know what they're doing. I'm sure they've done their research.
Yeah. So whatever carry they pick now, his game's set. He's going to have Empower. He's going to have the False Promise to save him. The Dispels. It'll be really interesting. And this might prompt, I don't know, maybe it prompts something like a Huskar ban. Huskar Oracle. Huskar's changed significantly, but
potentially
might still be a hero that we could see. I mean, it does have the regen now, so that still synergizes with the ultimate.
OG do like their TB.
That's true.
So TB is still open. That's definitely an option they could take.
Yeah.
It's not too bad with Mag. Obviously, once you're in that range form, you won't benefit from the splash damage from the Empower.
But the farm speed.
The farm speed, absolutely. And the Oracle's always good to make sure you get those Sunders off.
For sure. Okay, we got a Pugna ban coming in now. The Winter Wyvern also being banned out. The counter initiation from the Winter Wyvern is just so good against Magnus if you're going to be playing a physical damage carry as well.
Which they will be with the Mag, for
100%.
Sure. So they've just taken out the other heroes that could potentially benefit from Empower, Spectre and Void.
Yeah. What do you feel about so in the previous patch, it felt like we had these 3 carries that were sort of the go-to. It was the Morphling, the TB, and the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah.
They were getting played in every single game, and it felt like there wasn't another carry that could really compete in that space. This patch, it seems to have been shaken up a little bit. Do you like any of the previous patch carries still in this patch?
What I do like is that the previous 3 heroes are still very much viable in this version.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you've got the inclusion of other carries. You've got the PA, you've got the Jug, you've got the Void, even the Spectre still being picked. Anti-Mage, very much up there. Lone Druid, like the list goes on and on now.
Yeah, the Slark seeing some play
Absolutely,
as well.
the Slark as well, which is another option for OG here as well. Slark not too bad against PA.
Yeah,
so that could be an option. Combo as well with the Empower as well.
Yeah, can hunt the Shadow Shaman. They reverted the Hex change recently as well, right?
Definitely helps Slark there.
Slark's back to being able to dispel all of those with the strong dispel, so that's certainly helpful. That's probably another reason that OG looked towards this Oracle here, right? Can help break somebody out of the Shadow Shaman lockdown. When you've got your Aether Lens and your cast range talent, and the Shaman is like 1,500 range away, shackling your carry, and you can't do anything about it.
There's a Slark as well. And I was going to say, the Panda makes it through the first phase bans and picks, and the second phase bans as well. So MGB will probably be pretty happy about third picking that Panda.
for sure. And we've been seeing it in almost every single role as well. We saw position 5 Panda a little bit earlier. Still great. Position 3 really gives you a lot of flexibility in the draft. Are you leaning towards maybe position 3 this game, or thinking we could still see it as a support?
I believe position 3 looks likely in this game.
Yeah.
Most likely a Shadow Shaman Brewmaster lane, which is quite strong. But now we know we're wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be a Brewmaster 4
we have
or
seen
5.
support Centaur before. It isn't completely out of the realm of possibility here.
MGB yesterday running Centaur on off lane is position 3 for I think 2 or 3 of their games.
For Arwen.
For Arwen, yeah. So very likely that he will be running that Centaur on off lane along with the Brewmaster. Could be a Brewmaster 5 as well, supporting the PA.
Yeah, interesting for MGB. So they got their, looks like they've got their position 1 player in the captain's seat as well. Gia is at least pressing the buttons on the draft. You're never quite sure, right? Somebody could have the crown in game, but then it's still a team decision.
Generally, it's a team decision, yeah.
As far as all the drafting goes.
So now Tusk, a hero that OG likes quite a bit, still open here. Fits pretty well with their draft too. So that could be an option here.
They are, at the moment, I feel like they could do with maybe a little bit more initiation, maybe.
Could be Sand as well.
Yeah,
they like their
could
Sand
be an option.
Magnus, we don't know if that's going to be position 3. I mean, it could be 2, 3, or 4. We've seen teams run that in a position 4 as well. So there's still a fair bit of flexibility with the way their draft could go.
Do you feel like OG have enough push as their lineup stands at the moment in terms of being able to take buildings?
I think with the Empower on a Slug, I think it's not too bad. And they obviously have 2 more picks to come. I mean, Leshrac is still open, very popular solo mid hero. That would solve any potential building damage issues.
For sure. Okay, OG just going to go for the Monkey King. So that might be, maybe that's the Kyo hero here. I know he plays Monkey King for sure. Certainly synergizes really well with the Empower.
And also the fact that MGB have 3 melee heroes so far. So in order for them to bring down this Monkey King, they have to get in close. And that's where the Monkey King excels. So OG, good pick by OG there in the circumstances. We don't know if that's going to be a mid though, or a safe lane carry, or an off lane. I mean, it could work. Their lanes are still very much open at this point. I've seen Slarks go mid before.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a safe lane carry.
For sure. And MGB, I mean, they do have the last pick overall here, so I imagine we're going to be seeing Ferrari's hero come out at the very end of the draft. But that Tusk that you were talking about does get banned out, so that position 4 option is going to be removed from the pool.
Could be, I was going to say that MGB could be looking at a DK pick here, another hero that they heavily favor.
Yeah.
But if they do, that could play into the hands of the Monkey King pick. It's another hero which...
You get abused really hard by Monkey King. And I don't think DK even really likes playing against Slark very much either,
Correct,
right? You're tanky, you're giving him a lot of stacks, but then also later on, once he gets a Silver Edge, he's just breaking your Dragon's Blood, and then there's not a whole lot that you can really do. But... Okay, OD getting banned out, and OG are going to just round it out with the Slardar. This hero has been dead, it feels like, for a really long time. He did get the bash change recently.
He did. He's actually quite strong. So he has seen a little bit of play in the international scene, and he's been fairly successful. The bash has changed, It's more easier to, or you know now when you're going to bash.
Yeah, you can queue
There's
it
no
up.
more RNG,
Exactly.
So that's really very helpful in that regard. I'm guessing a position 3 Slardar and a position 4 Mag in this game.
Yeah. Oh, okay, really? Position 4 Mag?
I reckon it'll be position 4 Mag.
Okay.
Well, it could go the other way around, but I'm leaning towards that. For MGB here, I reckon a Leshrac is probably what they're leaning towards for that solo mid position.
Yeah,
I think it's not too bad here.
They need something to kind of deal with the Monkey King a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah, and that adds another strong laner to the mix as well.
Yeah. Do you think they give any thought to, like, Tinker, perhaps? It is definitely a Ferrari 430 hero.
Not as of recent, though.
No,
he hasn't been
so
picking
much?
about recently, though.
Okay.
So old school Ferrari,
there
yes.
You go, yeah.
But not recent Ferrari.
I'm stuck in the past.
But hey, bring it back, right? He's really good at it.
They're definitely considering. There's a lot of different ways that they could go, right? They could get a bunch more late game and try and take it in that direction, though that might be a little bit difficult against the double melee Empower cores. Or they could try, like you're saying with the Dragon Knight, just play super fast.
Leshrac, I reckon.
Yeah, you think Lesh is the answer here?
We'll see.
There you go. Risk calls it. We are going to be seeing that Leshrac mid, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right,
This
nice.
has been their
I like
recipe
this a
for
lot.
success. So they're sticking to it.
So, okay, we've seen the draft now. Do you still like MGB for this series? You were talking about maybe MGB 2-0 coming in. Do you feel like they've got the better draft here?
I feel like MGB have drafted to their strengths. They've drafted a lineup which they're very comfortable with. Yeah. But I like how OG have reacted to those picks. I think the Monkey King pick is really good in this game. And I have to say that probably I'd rate both drafts as pretty equal, to be honest. I mean, it could go either way. In terms of execution, both are probably at the same difficulty. So it could definitely go either way. And we do have QO on that Monkey King. Not 100% sure if he's going to be playing the solo mid, but I would probably say so with Anna in the safe lane carry position. On the
Actually,
start.
yeah, let's see. So yeah, who's playing what? Seems like...
So Seb on 3. So
yeah, I don't imagine that they're going to be changing Seb. So
yeah, so there is
seems
going
like
to be a
Box
mag
Hill
4.
playing position 4. Yeah, this is very interesting, actually. And then, yeah, we do have that position 5 Brewmaster, position 4 Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, and I went on that Centaur on the off lane.
It's like whenever I he's having some slight issues here, but we can get ourselves into the game. MGB versus OG. Game number 1, our best of 3 series here. And okay. All right, so yeah, looks okay for now. Okay, so yeah, we are gonna have, looks like QO heading towards mid on the Monkey King. I feel like the mischief change has been controversial. People say that this hero was already good. Why did it get a buff? Why did it get a free phase shift? I have these same questions, but it does seem like it's not going to get changed, at least for a little bit.
I was surprised as well, but I must say it adds a extra element to his gameplay and definitely more entertaining. So I'm all for it, to be honest.
Okay, so we got OG coming down here with a slight early aggressive move. They got a bunch of heroes in the area. It does seem like Seb is got his... Well, we've already got the Empower picked up for Box Hill, so it looks like that's the plan. I was wondering with this patch, like, oh, why has Magnus's win rate gone up so much? He didn't really get changed. The Shockwave got a little minor buff, but that was about it. Really? It's all about the Empower.
It's all about the Empower, yeah.
That's what everybody's playing this hero for.
Especially with these other melee heroes becoming more prevalent that synergize well with Empower, you know, like your PA and your anti-mage. So it's definitely brought Magnus back to the forefront.
Okay, so looks like bounty rune situation just going to end up being pretty much 2 apiece. We got a little bit of action down bottom. Just some hits being traded back and forth. Not a whole lot really going on. And it does seem like... So Seb is actually rotating...
You're going to go on this Oracle at bottom?
Okay, Oracle, a little bit of trouble. Just a bit more harassment, no-tail. Putting on some pressure. Brewmaster does still have the Drunken Brawler ready to go, so got to be careful of that. And I wonder if is this OG rotating the lanes here, do you think? Or is Seb just going to come and support top lane? Is that the plan?
I would say it's going to be a rotation, but might be wrong.
I guess we'll have to see.
I mean, he's definitely got off-lane items on that Centaur. I mean, on that Slaughter, excuse me.
Yeah, he's just kind of running at them at the moment. A little bit of action bottom lane as well. Brewmaster taking some more harassment, but that's about the extent of it. How do you feel like this mid lane is going to end up playing out? I don't really know a whole lot about Monkey King versus Leshrac as a matchup.
I think it's a fairly good matchup for Leshrac, but Monkey King can definitely farm. I think both will farm quite well. And there's kill potential on both sides as well, so it should be quite exciting.
Yeah, I guess it's always interesting because the Lesh does kind of have to get a little bit up in your face to actually finish those kills. Yeah. Especially once you get the Pulse Nova. So we'll see how it plays out. So far on CS, it is being led slightly by Ferrari, but that's about the extent of it. And lane's just really kind of settling in. Everybody farming seems to be going pretty well for MGB so far. Slark actually coming under a lot of pressure. But only 3 CS so far on Ana. But so long as he gets some experience, I think he'll be okay to catch up later on with the Empower, right? I don't think we're too worried about his early game here.
Well, OG will not want that Centaur to pick up a really early dagger though and control the tempo of the game. You have that paired early on.
Oh, that is going to be Seb going down. I went in a little bit of trouble, but Cat, you gets the body blocks, and it's just going to be pretty much a free first blood. They've even got a salve on the Centaur. So heals right back up.
I'm surprised that the Sliders opted to sit top and babysit this lane for now.
Yeah, this is not a particularly strong lane, right? It's a little bit more action on the Centaur. Pounce is off cooldown, so Ana committing a little bit for this, but they need to be careful. Here comes the turnaround. They're not stacking their stuns perfectly, but it's just so much damage. Stop finally comes out from Seb, and they will be able to turn it around, but Ana taking a ton of damage there. Mid lane, Kyo getting a couple of stacks up, playing very aggressively on this Flash. Really wants those Jingu stacks. Down bottom, even action onto No Tail. He's got a Fairy Fire looking for the turnaround. Can he survive? Doesn't pop the Fairy Fire. Box Hill still going for it, but no way to get the kill on the PA. So just action in all three lanes so far. Right?
Yeah, and No Tail there trying to trade his life for that position 1 kill on the PA, but doesn't work out, unfortunately.
No, don't quite have the damage. Q already getting forced to salve up over at mid. Still actually winning the lane for the time being. 18-3. Is just opting to max out the Jingu and the Boundless Strike.
Shadow Shaman for an Invis here. This could be trouble for
Yeah, this could be a kill here. Yeah, just going to lead in with the Shackle, followed up the stun, plenty of damage, but you've got not enough mana for the Ether Shot. Oh, he gets the Mischief off! Finally brought down. Stick charges were enough to get off the Ether Shot.
We were just talking about that Mischief. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, got to remember to keep it in mind. You click on his inventory, you check for stick charges. Got to remember that he does have 0.3 seconds of invulnerability at any time. All right, well, it's back to the mid lane. It was a lucky rune. Oh, and we do have the Brewmaster just suiciding.
Yeah.
This seems like it's going to get changed at some point, but for now, still able to kind of reset. Gives away a little bit of gold, but not really too much. And overall, we do have a little bit of a lead in favor of Mr. Game Boy so far. Just in terms of the net worth. Very, very slight, however.
That's just based on the kills, basically. The CS is very, very even at this point.
Do you want what are you thinking for build-wise for Centaur this game? Does he just need Blink ASAP? Can he afford to go for the Vanguard or anything early on? A little bit of action on No Tail down bottom. The crits are going to start coming in. Box Hill doing his best to save. No Tail jukes into the tree line. Looks like he's going to be okay for now. Juke's back in. Might be looking for a turnaround here. Damage onto the PA. He's got a couple of stick charges. They're looking to finish it off. One more nuke perhaps from No Tail. At the last moment, Protoss does get the turnaround, but position 1 for position 5. OG going to be so happy with that.
Yeah. Centaur, if he farms really, really well, then getting a Vanguard first would probably be a good idea. And even a couple of braces to begin with as well.
Q are pretty lucky to get the... Well, gets the Jingu stacks. There's actually a regen waiting down bottom, so he's going to be just fine. Oh, Bounty runes coming up. Cat U does manage to grab one. Coming over here with Awen. I don't think they have the range for the Shackle. Ana also around. Okay, now they get the Shackle. They've also got the Hoof Stomp ready. Ana's going to be trying to dodge that one for now, but it's just so much damage on Seb. He can't even do anything.
Such a devastating combo, that Shadow Shaman Centaur. As soon as you're out of position by that little bit, you're pretty much gone.
Yeah, and really nothing that the Slark can do to help. No way to interrupt the Shackle, so big trouble. A little bit of a wraparound here on No Tail at bottom, but the PA is a bit too low to really go. They're going to try for it. Still holding on to the Blink. Now comes through. Nice skewer from Box Hill. Opens up the space. He's going to be okay. Does even have a salve that he could hand over to No Tail if he wanted to, but looks like No Tail might just be backing off for now. Actually pinging the Shrine. So might get QO to come over here in a second, and they'll pop that. They do need some mana on the Magnus as well, so just going to back up. And Mag doing pretty well this game. He's got 23 CS, he's got his Arcane Boots already, and actually going to be going for a smoke. I don't know if this is really going to...
Maybe going for the Leshrac here?
Could be.
It's going to give a lot of space.
More action up top. Cat U in a bit of trouble. Juking around, doesn't get hit by the Slitherine Crush. Ana, can he finish this kill? There's also a Fairy Fire. They turn it around now. One more hit. Ana does find the kill. Seb will be able to come back in, but can't really go for the Centaur. Yep, they're looking for him. 3 stacks, looks for the stun. Mischief dodge. He's got the haste room, but it's not enough. No Tail finishes it off. They didn't even need the Magnus for that one. And OG now making some plays on the map, starting to pull back this kill deficit a little bit.
Yeah, really efficient as well. Sending the mag back to bottom there and still getting the kill without him. Very efficient play.
And it makes the gank less obvious as well, right?
Absolutely.
If you've got the Magnus showing at bottom. You don't think Oracle is going to rotate and gank you at level 3. It's just not that kind of hero.
Could be another smoke here at top, actually. Yeah? They're gearing up for one.
They're looking towards mid, coming in. There's the mischief. They do get the slowdown. Coming in with the boundless strike, trying to dodge. Actually does get out of the way, but I think QO might still be going down here. Ferrari finishes him off with the Pulse Nova.
Support was on the way, but just couldn't hold off long enough, unfortunately.
Desperately needed to dodge the, I guess the slow as well from the Brewmaster. Looking towards Ana. He has already used the Dark Pact. It's on cooldown for a little bit longer. They've got the lockdown. He has another Dark Pact soon. Looks like may have just gotten out of range of the shackles.
Bit of a miscommunication there. Maybe if the Centaur stunned first, or...
Yeah, could have stunned after the Hex, perhaps.
Yeah. A lucky break for Ana there.
He's still taking a lot of damage, and his farm is still getting pressured up here. But like we've been saying, it's all about that Empower a little bit later on. And Box Hill does only have the 1 point in it so far, but we'll probably see him max it out before too long.
He brings it down.
Yeah, more action up top. Got the Shackle on the starter, but that's just to open up some space. They're going to chase down Cat-U. They've got the Slitherine Crush in a second. Can they find this? No, won't be able to get anything. We do have QO rotating over, though. He's eager to try for something here. Boundless Strike just coming off cooldown, but there's 3 heroes. What can he actually do? There's just way too much lockdown. QO fighting off way more than he can chew, and down he goes. And a free shrine. Oh, yeah. Cat-U with the tip. And now an immediate smoke. MGB gonna go on the hunt once again. Where are they headed, do you think? Up towards top?
I think they might camp the Monkey King in mid here.
Just wait for him to TP back in?
Potentially, yeah.
A little bit of a wrapper. They do have an Observer Ward to plant as well here. So Seb looks like he may have scouted a little bit of this. They're still fighting together. 430 comes up here. They're sitting right on top of this dire ward.
He should know, yeah.
Yeah, nothing should end up happening to Seb here.
They clear that stack.
I think there's some other stacking going on the map as well for OG. They've got the big stack here over on the Ancients. The other Ancients also being stacked up a little bit, so really just completely playing for the Empower for the time being.
Yeah, we're going to put that Empower to really good use.
And how is the PA farming? PA is going to be going for the Box Hill threatening with the RP down bottom. PA is just going to be going for the Battle Fury this game. We've been seeing, I think, more Battle Fury PA since the changes. He's just so hard to gank that once you get the B-Fury, you can farm Ancient camps for free. They don't do any damage to you. Really seems to be the preferred build nowadays. But OG, big rotation down towards bottom. They really want this kill, but Seb does get scouted in the trees. So it looks like they're just going to call it quits for now.
MGB have 3 at top here.
They're actually diving pretty deep under the tower. Ana does still have the Shadow Dance, so not in too much trouble. He needs to use these stick charges, though. Can he actually get them off? Now he's getting shackled. They'd look to follow it up with the 430 lockdown, and there's just way too many stuns.
Meanwhile, at bottom.
Yeah, bottom, they're also looking for something. Box Hill, a little bit of trouble. He used the RP, but now they've got the turnaround Primal Split coming through. Box Hill, pretty tanky. Seb also coming in with the Crush. No Tail's up in the air, but he's pretty survivable.
QO's coming in here as well.
Yeah, QO with a double damage looking for the rotation. And Panda's about to pop out. Comes back into Panda form, misses the stun though from QO. Can they still finish this kill? Looks like they should be able to onto Protoss. They do manage to do so. PA retreats back to the tower, but just ends up being the 1 kill. That's the position 5 Brewmaster. So the rotations from QO not so effective so far this game.
Yeah, Ferrari 430 at top manages to get that tower as well. So pretty big play for MGB there.
Centaur Vendetta. God, lots of damage on 430, but he's got some bottle charges. He's going to be okay. Centaur looks like he is going for the Vanguard first here, so slightly slower on the blink, but should still be a decent timing given the way that his game is going.
He's on top of the net worth, so that's fine.
Ooh, and nice timing here with the Mass Serpent Wards pushing it mid. They've also got the Catapult. So this is a lot of damage. There is no cliff available either. QO got to be careful. They're going to pop down the ultimate from the Oracle. Look for the turnaround. They get the Crush onto the Brewmaster, but he's pretty tanky, so they actually have the damage. QO getting a slight heal. Ana missing completely on the Pounce. This is a lot of heroes mid for OG. They do manage to deny the tower, but very big time commitment, and the PA and the Centaur are just farming this entire time.
Yeah, that Centaur is getting really big here. He's about to pick up his Vanguard and is on his way to his Blink Dagger as well, so doing quite well. We might see a smoke here from OG.
Looks like both teams may be lining up for a smoke. Big stacks to be cleared.
Clearing the stacks.
Yeah, gonna try and boost up Ana a little bit. Only the 2 points in the Empower so far, but Everybody kind of splitting the experience for the time being. Box Hill getting fairly close to his Blink Dagger. So that's going to be a big game changer for OG once they manage to grab that, because they just don't really have a whole lot of playmaking potential for the time being. QO looks like maybe scouting out this gank a little bit. And actually find him. Once again, this Observer Ward proving to be super helpful for OG in controlling their jungle.
Yeah, they've got rid of that now.
Okay.
That's out of here.
They finally realized after 2 rotations where there's just somebody waiting on top of the hill. They've got their own ward, so they kind of saw him react. And that does help them figure it out a little bit. Hello? Colin? All right. He's waiting. He's just waiting for his team to get up here. Seb, none the wiser. Now the Stampede comes in. He does manage to get the crush out, but it's only onto 1, and there's just so much lockdown here.
Oh, but double storm at the same time.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Really brutal. The map control from MGB has been really, really good. As soon as they take this bottom tier 1 tower, it feels like OG just aren't going to have any room to move. And their lineup's still not great at taking these early tier 1 towers. Yeah,
it's been the Centaur and the PA at the opposite sides of the map, and then the other 3 just rotating between. So yeah, really good map control here by MGB.
Yeah, and we started out with a little bit of a lead in MGB's favor, now pushing up towards a 3K. Experience also around a 2K advantage in their favor. So OG, it's the same plan that it's been the entire game, right? Just sit back, use the Empower, keep on getting farm, play for their Blink Daggers, and see what they can do. We do have another smoke coming in from MGB.
MGB very active.
Yeah, smoke on smoke. We've also got OG coming around the corner. Who's going to get the jump first? Box Hill gets stunned up. 2-man stomp. They are going to throw down the Mass Serpent Wards as well. It looks like they will end up losing the Magnus. He doesn't get any spells off, and they've controlled the Monkey King up in the air. QO does have the ultimate available. They're going to try and turn it around. Can they do enough damage? It's actually chewing through them. Fantastically, they lose the Lex. They lose the Centaur. They're chasing after the Panda, and now Protoss back into the Brewmaster form, and he will also end up going down. OG finding the turnaround on the high ground there.
It looked ugly for them at one point, but they turned it around beautifully there.
Just what they needed. And I think the Shadow Amulet play from Ana also fantastic. Helping to protect the Monkey King so he could get the ultimate off. And the Wukong's command was really all that they needed at the end of the day.
And they get to farm the wards as well. Nice little bonus there at the end.
Awesome. And then just straight back to farming jungle camps. Yeah. Why not? We do have the PA getting closer to the Battle Fury. Still not really contributing to the game just yet from the MGB side. So that's the other thing. That was a 4v5 fight.
He hasn't entered the game yet, basically.
Yeah. And we do still have that RP for Box Hill, so OG could make the exact same play again. Just maybe wait for the Oracle ulti and then go and look for a first opportunity with this RP.
I think that Shadowblade is up now too, right? Yeah, it's coming in now.
Yeah.
On the courier.
Yeah, Shadowblade on the courier, and looks like the Echo Saber as well for the Monkey King. So nice timings on the 2 big OG cores.
So he actually opted to get that Blink Dagger first before finishing the Vanguard.
Seb once again farming up here at top. He's getting pretty close to his Blink, but might be going down once again here. Stampede coming through. Seb gets the Slithering Crush out one more time. But that's what happens when you're farming up here on the top side of the map. There's just no control up here at all for OG, right? No ward, no nothing.
Oh, the neutral creep takes out the Ancients?
No. Ana dying to Ancients. And now have they caught out QO as well? Yes, they have so much lockdown. MGB saying that this is their side of the map, and QO once again falling.
Oh, the Ancients proving too strong there. Oh, Ana, unfortunately.
That was not good. And now even this stack going to get stolen. 430, looks like he does have his Yules coming out soon. They're going to drop the Mass Serpent Wards up at top. We've been seeing the Chinese teams really prioritizing picking the Shadow Shaman, and you can kind of see why.
Every first phase, every game, pretty much.
It just makes it easy to play, right? Every single time Mass Serpent Wards are up, you go and you put them on a building, you take it, you continue your game plan.
It's just classic objective-based Dota, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. So it's still OG just sitting on the tri-camp area. They're holding this high ground. They've got the vision. Seb has a little bit more room to farm up here. We've talked about the PA not entering the game. Kind of feels like the Slardar also
might
the same
be in trouble
way.
here if they want to go.
Oh, not again. Seb every time.
There's only 2 though. There's only 2.
Yeah, do they have enough? They're going to pop the Primal Split for this one. Seb trying to escape, but they always have the Tornado just in case. And another easy kill.
That's actually a big kill. That Slardar's inching towards his dagger.
Ana looks towards this kill over at mid, but the Centaur's pretty tanky. He's got the Vanguard, and he got the full duration stomp. He actually just gets the blink away. He's going to be just fine, and that was the Oracle ulti committed for that one as well. So OG using a few ults. Slark lacking in defensive options. Needs to be somewhat careful. 430 is running forward, but won't be able to find it.
Seb trying desperately to farm his dagger. He's getting really close, but just keeps getting picked off when he gets
every single time, right?
1800,
1900,
yeah.
dies, gets knocked down a little bit more. Brewmaster has nothing to his name, really. He's just working on a Yule Scepter, it looks like.
Him getting that dagger will mean that the mag can just sit back. Slider can go in first, and then mag can look for that big RP, you know, 2, 3, 4 heroes. There's no pressure on him to go in first.
Yeah, you don't even want the Magnus to be the primary initiator. You would even prefer the Slark to find a good like scout, good target. They break the smoke on the high ground, but MGB, they've still got the area controlled, and they get the stomp up. Nicely done by QO, turning it around with the Boundless Strike, but they're just going to stampede out of here. They do manage to land the pounce for the turnaround stun. From Ferrari, now the RP, skewering it back into the Monkey King open with the Wukong's command, doing so much damage. A buyback from Ana as well. Fantastic turnaround once again from OG, really finding it in these team fights.
We were just talking about it as well. Even the Slider or the Slark go in first and really set up that massive RP. And OG just executed that beautifully. Although Ana did buy back though. Yeah. I guess that's the silver lining there for MGB in that fight.
But still, it's going to be OG heading straight into the pit, and they found another jump. The Shadow Shaman coming over. Katyu just going to be brought down immediately. Roshan still taking a little bit, but there should be no way for MGB to contest this. And even though Ana bought back, they should be able to give him the Aegis.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. Works out quite well.
All right, nice. Okay, ultimate's on cooldown for a little bit for OG, so maybe a small window for MGB to come and do something. What's PAB doing? We've had 18 minutes of Gia just hitting creeps this entire time. He is going to be going straight into the BKB next. So do you think that's probably the timing for
I would assume
MGB?
so. So he's obviously not ready yet to join the fray. It's pretty much been 4v5 up to this point. But soon, he is leading the net worth though, so he's doing quite well. Once he gets that BKB, I'm sure he will seem more active in this game.
Still just farming stacks, still a little bit down on the net worth, but the Monkey King doing nicely. And the PA for all over free farm is not that far ahead of
That's correct, yeah.
else.
Just OG
That's
been
the
able
Empower,
to,
right?
Yeah, not just that, but a couple of really good fights by OG as well. A lot of gold been given in that way.
We're in a little bit of a lull. It seems like MGB might be content to just kind of wait out that Aegis, get that BKB up, so everybody just kind of farming for the time being. Map control, not fantastic for either team, pretty much just a few wards around the river. That's the one thing that OG have managed to do now, is actually spend some money on sentries and get the vision out of their side of the map. So making it a little bit more difficult for MGB to actually find these initiations. And,
oh, I see him.
Scouting, they want these bounty runes. They're going to get the lockdown onto the Centaur. It's his turn to get jumped on. He does have the Stampede to try and get out of here, and the damage might just be a little bit too much. The PA is finally getting involved. They've already killed off the Monkey King. They're looking towards the Slardar. I don't think he's going to be able to escape either, as No-Tail gets jumped on. He gets chased down a little bit further over. They've even found the Cyclone onto the Magnus. They're going to continue fighting. Ana's getting crit down, though. He pops the Shadow Dance. He's looking for this kill on 430, but he's getting ticked down by the Pulse Nova. It's 4 dead. The dagger almost finishing off Ana. He pounces into the trees. He does still have this Aegis, but no TP scroll. Can he escape? Okay, he managed to get rid of it.
Wow.
Ana, he's thinking about this. He wants to go for 430. The Yules is still on cooldown, but the crits. They managed to finish him. Do they have the lockdown? Stomp still on cooldown. Seb looking for the lockdown onto the Shadow Shaman. Can they save Ana? Ana's running away. He gets around the corner. He just needs to get his passive back up, but it's not in time. They will finish him off. Facing a little bit further. Seb still keen to try something. His Blink coming off cooldown. What can they find? QO, more action. They get the Boundless Strike onto 2, but the turnaround, the PA is just way too strong. Gia with the crits. Finishes off the Monkey King. Seb looking for another crush. Doesn't find it. Gets saved. They've also now got Box Hill coming in. He gets the RP. It's onto the 2, actually. The PA is still alive. Finally brought down by No-Tail's nukes. Box Hill still fighting. This is a crazy back and forth on the bottom lane, but MGB looks like they should be coming out on top. They lose the PA in the end, but so many core kills in that fight.
That's what happens when PA joins the game, I guess. It's a huge
I mean, look at that
turnaround.
damage though. That was
that was
ridiculous.
massive. Such a long, drawn-out fight as well. Pretty sure the Slardar brought out too. Seb brought out there during that fight, and they lost the Aegis as well. So
yeah. So
how about the Shadow Shaman?
Shadow Shaman also buying back.
But he had a big impact from that buyout. He landed some really good shackles, so definitely worth it there.
Yeah, but not really a whole lot changing in terms of the map control. We got the tier 1 taken at the end of the day, but nobody really getting any big objectives. No-tail, it doesn't feel like anyone can get over to this DD, so just gonna deny it. Doesn't want the PA picking it up.
It's only a 3K gold lead for MGB here
It's a
as
close
well.
game.
It's extremely close right now.
Yeah.
Experience is a bit more drawn out.
Dota Plus is liking MGB at the moment, but we've seen OG, they can pull off those big team fight combinations. It seemed like they had the jump in that previous fight, but they just didn't have the numbers, right? That was sort of they jumped on the Centaur, he didn't die, and then the PA came in. And
if they were able to down that Centaur at the start of the fight, then that would have been huge. That would have been maybe 5-0 the other way.
Yeah.
Just goes to show that if you don't take down your initial target, it can cause that much of a swing.
Yeah, you've committed all those spells, right? And then
Yeah.
after that point, you just don't have anything left.
Other thing as well now, the Leshrak's really coming online. He's got massive damage output.
Bloodstone.
They need those BKBs on Dire desperately, or else that Leshrak's going to keep tearing them apart.
OG holding onto the high ground here. MGB just going to put down the master point. They get a 2-man crush, jump in. QO, what's he looking for? He pops the BKB. Ana's being controlled. They've got the stun onto the Centaur. Going to look to focus him down first. 430, just sitting in the middle of the fight. They're going to end up losing the Slark. He took too much damage. The false promise couldn't save him. Lesh is stuck in the middle of this Wukong's command. They're going to get the RP onto 2, trying to skewer back, but it's not long enough. Cat Yu and Gia Gia still surviving. He's going to jump in further. Looks towards QO. The cleave damage slicing through everybody. He's chasing after No-Tail. Won't be able to juke him. It's 4 dead so far. OG. Box Hill's the only one left, and now he's also locked down and killed. Triple kill for the PA. And MGB follow that up with the tier 2 tower takedown. Oh man.
They brought the Centaur down this time, but just
the damage from this PA.
And also for Leshrak as well. We can't underestimate how much damage the Leshrak is dishing out. Massive magical damage.
And everybody's dead on OG. 8 seconds to go on the Slark respawn, but looking like they're just going to end up losing the tier 3 tower here.
They're going to get some rafts out of this maybe?
They're
going to go for it.
To have a buyback out of the Oracle. They're thinking about coming back in on this Slark. He misses the pounds. Can he still bring down Cat Yu? He pops the Shadow Dance, but he's getting body blocked by Protoss. He needs one more hit, but now he's being hexed. They will be saved by the Oracle. They've got that false promise. They're going to try for the TP out on the PA. He's going to be okay. Protoss doesn't have a TP of his own. He's going to get pounced on. And down he goes. They lose the position 5, but still, tier 3 dead. And MGB in a very strong position.
A perfect buyout by No-Tail as well.
Yeah.
If he wasn't there at that time, then
Anna
might have died again. Yeah, and then that would have been curtains for OG.
At that point, it would have been super difficult. 430 is just going to be going for a BKB here. Where's the silver lining here, do you think, for OG? It just has to be that team fight.
Well,
right?
the BKBs, I guess, are coming up now. I think Anna almost has his. Oh, he's not going for one.
No, he's not even going for one, just the S and Y.
Well,
they're scouting this out, they're jumping in on top of the PA. What can they actually do? They get the follow-up stun, they're looking for the counter initiation from the Centaur. What can they find? He's got the stomp. It's only onto 2. PA about half HP, looking for the jump in now. Triple dagger flies. Seb in some trouble, a couple more auto attacks to bring him down. They lose Ana elsewhere. Seb looking for the blink away, but he doesn't quite get it. Very, very close. It's a 3 for 1. They're only going to end up taking out the Shadow Shaman. It seemed like they had the scouting. They had the Monkey King in there first, but just couldn't find the follow-up.
Well, the Mag wasn't part of that fight. That could have been a turnaround right there. The Mag landed a big RP, but it just wasn't in position, unfortunately.
And they're just going to march down mid.
Straight down mid.
They know that Slark doesn't have a buyback, 40 seconds. Glyph was used a little bit earlier as well, so MGB, this could just be their opportunity. Could see a big combination play. Oh, that Slark actually does have his buyback. He just respawned earlier. It was just No-Tail buying back. But still no Glyph. Edict making quick work of this, and it seems like OG, they don't even want to defend really. Box Hill's hanging off to the side. All right.
They're going to go for that top tower as well.
I think they want the Slark respawn.
Centaur return, or retaliate rather, plus the Serpent Wars. They're going to get another set of racks here.
Yeah, this is tier 3 dead. Okay, OG, 5 seconds to go on the respawn for the Slark. Might be able to make a play once he's up, but the Rax is just falling so quickly. And MGB, I don't even know if they're going to get caught here. Protoss is putting his life on the line.
He's got Panda.
He's got the split. He's okay, just going to turn this around, keep the rest of the team back, will prevent the chase, and he might even be able to escape. Protoss just
Are they going to protect him? Are they going to leave him?
They're thinking about the turnaround. Maybe they actually find Seb outside of the base. Now they can come back in. Protoss in some trouble.
So low.
Ana in trouble as well. Pops the Shadow Dance, looking for the turnaround. Kyo being controlled, but he's just being crit as well. The PA jumping outside of the Wukong Sim, and Kyo is so damn low. And 430's up on the high ground, finding one more kill. Box Hill just gets crit down. Kyo manages to jump up out of the high ground. He's chasing a little bit away. The dagger's chasing him. It doesn't kill him. No crit. Kyo looks like he is going to be okay, but why would MGB even bother? They're just heading straight up onto the high ground. Hex onto Ana. He's going to be okay. And MGB, they sense their opportunity. They're just going to go for end. Straight onto the tier 4s. Ana's just sitting here wondering what he can do. They're going to buy back on the Magnus. MGB scatter instantly. Okay, and what is Kyo up to? Okay, he's finding a haste.
Just a massive strength of MGB's draft, their capability to push down buildings. Yep. They've got the Leshrac.
They had like a 40-second window and they took 2 lanes of racks.
If it wasn't for that buyout by the Mag, they would have probably thrown it.
Kyo trying to cut some waves, but doesn't have the Empower at the moment, so can't really do too much. All right, Seb just dead. I don't know what he was doing out there. Now they get the bash onto Box Hill. They know that he bought back earlier if they kill the Magnus here. He does use it now. Can they actually kill off this PA? He's got the Manta. Jump in, stomp, looking for the turnaround. He's being pounced. Looks like they should finally be able to kill off the PA. The save with the Force Staff. He blinks himself out. Now 430 can commit hard to this fight. There's no BKB left on QO. Tries with the Mischief to save himself, but it's not going to be enough. They lose the Monkey King. They're jumping forward. Awen once again, right in the middle of these T4 towers, using the Retaliate. Ana needs to be careful. 16k net worth lead. Looks like MGB might just be able to finish this up right here, right now. Slark, follow-up stun with the Shackle. QO, it's all up to him. How much damage can he do? Looks like they should be able to kill the Shaman. 430 just turning it around, though, with the Pulse Nova. Coming in with the Stomp from the Centaur. QO, one more Mischief for this game. We get another jump in from Ana. Does kill off the PA, but forced immediately to retreat. The creeps are already hitting the Ancient. What can they actually do here? A few more stacks stolen from 430. Another jump in stomp. Awen finding 2-man stomp after 2-man stomp this game. They're going to lose the Slardar one more time. He buys back. 430 just doesn't even have the mana. Using that last edict to try and finish the game. The glyph comes through. Ana getting stomped, getting chain stunned. Can't finish this kill. He doesn't have it. No-Tail does have the false promise for him. More auto attacks. They're trying to finish it off. The Ancient is dropping. 430 with another stun. Ana finally dies. It's too much damage. The PA is back. A couple more dagger crits flying through, and that is going to be it. GG called. MGB will be taking this first game.
What a performance. And how good is it to see 430 back to pretty much his absolute best?
He played a fantastic game.
Fantastic Leshrac.
You compare Ferrari to QO this game. They both tried to be active. They both made the rotations, but it was just Ferrari.
Absolutely.
So much more effective every single time.
I mean, MGB, for a large part of that game, were just running around as 4. Just completely, PA wasn't part of the game at all. And then when he did join the game, though, how much of a difference did that make? Just easy fights for them.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. So, congratulations to MGB, winners for game 1.
Game 1.
You picked it, r1sk? You thought that they were going to come in here?
They're very strong at the moment. They're very strong.
Yeah, but OG going to have some time now to kind of
think about
collect their thoughts. Come back, maybe we'll be seeing the PA getting banned out second game. Could be a couple of adjustments to make.
Maybe Seb on that position 3, perhaps?
Yeah.
I mean, we thought that's what he was going to do with that Slardar. He had off-lane items, but he opted to go for that babysit role.
Playstyle,
And as a result, wasn't able to farm his items and didn't really have much of an impact on that game.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for our first game here. We're going to head to a short break, and we'll be back soon for game number 2.